Ipsos research in London indicated that majority of the theater goers are women, and that is 68%.
And our question is, how well have the ladies been represented on the stage? And in this case, we are talking about the female actors.
Hey, this is the Dadaz Talk Show with Faisal Lango
and Violet Amondi.
Well, today we are talking about Dadaz in Theatre. But before we get to that, remember to find us live on YouTube. Find us on Facebook at Kafith Digital TV. We are also on Instagram and Twitter at Kafith TV.
And our WhatsApp Dadaz is also very active. You can find the link on our Facebook page, so you can join the link so that we can have more life together.
Well, whenever we talk about theater, we are talking about performance, script writing, acting,
plays.
Yeah.
But today we'll focus really on the ladies who are on stage, and in this case, the ladies who are acting.
Yeah. Lisa, you find that there is a place, I really can't figure it out, but I think it's Greece.
Sure.
You find that men perform female roles.
Oh, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
Because first things, men always have that deep voice, kind of. So how can that man now play the role of a woman?
They used to take young boys whose voices have not broken yet.
Really?
And then they dress them up as girls, and then they put them on stage to act as women. Because they felt like women were quite fragile, they might get hurt. So I'm not quite sure what films these people were acting.
Well, I know they couldn't allow women to get on stage back then because they thought it was kind of dangerous. You know, I just don't understand, because they felt it was really dangerous for women to get on stage, so they preferred that men get on stage and perform the roles meant for women.
Well, even in Kenya, during drama festivals, that still happens. In
boys'
boys' schools,
yeah.
you know, you can't get ladies to act your part. You can't get ladies from a different school to act your roles. So still, that does happen.
I witnessed that sometime in the past. I attended the drama festivals in Nairobi. And there's this boys' school, Kakamega Boys. So they were on stage. They wanted to perform that, you know. And it happened that that setting was in a school. And, you know, in a school, in most cases, you have boys and you also have girls. So there were a lot of female characters in that particular play. But it happened that they're all boys. So you can imagine the boys had to go to the salon to get their hairs made. And they were so beautiful on stage, I tell you, with beads, skirts, white socks. Everything was just fine.
I'm very sure they were wearing makeup too.
Of course. And heels, not to mention.
So you see, acting, right now, women are getting into this career of acting. People do have talent out there. Yeah, so you find that women are emerging. They want to be actors, they want to be script writers, they want to direct plays.
They want to be producers as well. So you find that sometimes talent doesn't have to be inborn. Talent is actually nurtured. Once you just have that passion, you don't have to have the talent, you know, I really want to do this, but it can be nurtured.
Well, I think even right now, the Kenyan curriculum is making it better for students. They get to learn other things. Like we have music and movement, which kitambo tulikuwa na PE, hakukuwa music and movement. You see, right now we have music and movement even up to grade 4. So music and movement, this is where they're going to learn to perform, you know, tonal variation and everything. So that is nurturing them already.
That's very good. And it will give an equal chance to both the boys and the girls. So the ladies, it's your time to shine. All the way from when you're still young, when you're still in preschool, that is class 1, 2, blah, 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 up to class 4.
Well, do you know Lupita, before she won the award, she started acting at the age of, at a very young age, but have very, very fast paid role. She was 14 years of age.
Wow, so 14 years is very young.
Yeah, and she was playing, she was acting in a play, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
So she was acting that is the first thing, the first
first role she ever played.
Yeah, she ever played and got paid.
Well, I think Lupita is such a wonderful lady, and something funny is that she's from Kenya. She's just a girl like any of us are. So it means all the ladies can do this. It doesn't matter where you come from, whatever background you are from, but all of us have the opportunity to always give it our best, because even though Lupita wasn't born here in Kenya, she lived in Kenya from when she was a year old. And she attended some schools here, apart from the fact that she went abroad and attended some colleges from there too.
Well, I think that is where she went to study this art, where she learned more about theater.
Sure.
Just apart from the passion, you know, she had the passion in her. So as a mama, as a dada, you have a daughter who's passionate in acting.
And really interested.
Yeah, encourage her. By the way, kuna kuanga na hizi talent shows za watoto. Yeah, take your kids there. The fashion weeks or stuff. Take your kid there. Let your child emulate those people, because some of them are really interested in these things. But unapata African parents, unamwambia mimi nataka kuwa actor.
And they think you're not serious. They tell you, maybe you're hungry, that's why you're talking like that. Go get yourself some food, because they just don't think it's a career to be pursued like the others.
They want you to be engineers, doctors, but when you say you want to be an actor, they take you as a joke.
They think you're just kidding.
Yeah, like you're wasting school fee.
Do they really know how much acting requires? It really needs a lot. So when someone decides to dedicate their time and they really have that passion and they're talented in the acting field, give them your support as a parent, because that's where it all begins. Having parents who support what you love is also going to help you a great deal.
Well, as a parent, motivate your child. By the way, unapata saizi kuna challenges mingi. And since we are in quarantine, staying at home, some parents who are open-minded, you find them engaging their children in these challenges, like let's play so and so. So you find that sometimes these challenges go viral. You find that your child has done something and it has gone viral, and I mean, everybody's just like, wow, that kid will be a good actor. Let's hook him or her up.
They appreciate it. Well, Lupita has a lot of story. Her background information just gives us the motivation to continue asking these girls and their parents to help support their little girls just to do this. You know, Lupita won the Best Supporting Actress in 2013. Yeah. That is after she featured in the film 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, and I think she mentioned that that is basically her very first major role.
Actually, in the international stage.
So you can imagine your very first role and you win such an award, and everybody just looks up to you like, wow, I want to be like her.
All the girls, all the women, all the young women, both young and old, will actually look at you as their role model.
Well, if you have that daughter, usimwache akalie talanta.
And by the way, it is not all about acting and getting on stage, performing those scenes and those roles. It still goes a long way. Like writing the plays, producing. For example, Lupita actually wrote she wrote a documentary, produced and directed it, and it's called In My Hands. So if you have a little girl and she can actually come up with a story, just a little story, telling the background about something, or she can just come up with a story about your family. I think that's really interesting, and it's important that you give the kid your support.
And do you know, this starts at, it starts like storytelling. When your child has those storytelling skills, she knows the opening and closing clauses. Yeah, she knows how to make her story flow. As soon as she's going to start writing, and she definitely want her story to flow, have character in them. Yeah, that is how this entire thing starts. Yeah, with theater.
And your presence, your support, and when you show interest in whatever the young girl is doing, it's actually going to motivate her to do the best, because she knows Dad is going to ask me where I reached. Mom is also going to ask me to keep on doing more. So at least it's going to be some good motivation for this girl to keep on pressing forward.
That reminds me, just the same way we said, there are so many challenges right now. And do you know that right now, Aziad is featured in mainstream media? she has now been taken as an actress in Selena. Who would think so? Like she used to be somebody who just post challenges on TikTok just for fun of it. Yeah, and it's not that is her original content.
That's true.
Yeah, she's just doing it for fun, and right now she's in mainstream media. Na analipa the way.
Imagine, it's not for free. Acting pays, and it pays good money. You know, actually, Azia just started as a joke. It was all just like a joke, but right now she's now acting with those great people, you know. She's on the big screen.
And she's featuring in even songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has been
That's
taken to feature in songs. And by the way, it's a bit to see Abure.
It just started the other day, and everything is working perfectly well for Aziad. So I find that acting and theater as a whole has just given many ladies a platform to be on board and just give their best. Most of them have actually become famous just because of acting.
Well, and as an actress, you have to know your line and your content because, and not to get like into competition with others. Utashindwa because, take for example, if Aziad was competing with somebody who's in mainstream media, she wouldn't even feel like she needed to post her videos on TikTok. She was doing her own things there, focused on her own content creation.
She loved herself, she appreciated herself, and decided to do more. By the way, it all starts from you. If you believe in your talent, if you have passion for whatever you want to do, just give it your best, and everything will just be in place.
Keep pushing. Okay, right now we are going to go for a break, and when we come back, we are going to look at some of the most famous Kenyan actresses, and then we are going to see some of the challenges that these women go through in the world of theater.
Yeah. And also, don't forget to send us to leave a comment, and you can also tell us your favorite Kenyan actress. See you after the break. Welcome back to this segment of the Dadaz Talk Show right here on Kafit TV. So as you're live on Facebook, be sure to leave us a comment, like our page, and follow it. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Our WhatsApp Dadaz group is also still active.
Yeah.
You find the link on our Facebook page, that is Kafit Digital TV. Well, remember we were talking about Dadaz in Theatre, acting, playwriting, script writing, directing,
production in the theater. So Violet, just before we went for the break, we looked at the ladies in the theater and realized that in the past, ladies were not allowed to get on stage. I don't know for what reason, yet they can always do it.
Walisema it's dangerous.
Okay, fine, but right now it is not, because so many ladies have been famous just because of acting. For example, Lupita Nyong'o, we focused on her, and we realized that she, apart from acting, she has also written, produced, and also directed a documentary called In My Jeans. So in this segment, we want to look at the Kenya's favorite actresses. You can tell us who your favorite actress is.
We, kuna huyu mwenye anaitwa Siprosa.
I love her, I swear.
I mean, the one in Anti-Boss.
Anti-Boss, yeah.
And this one who call Kyle Kiarie.
That's Shiro. Oh my goodness. These ladies are so amazing. They just make that program look so nice and interesting. You just really want to watch it over and over again.
But Faiza, you know, in this field of theater, you find that these people were not handpicked, by the way. Si eti walitoka hapa wakasema tunaenda kutafuta wanaitwa je Mama Kiarie.
Come on.
No,
Don't talk like Shiro now.
Okay, they didn't just wake up one morning and decide to go and look for Celestine Gashugi. That is Selena. We are going to look for her. It means they had seen her somewhere. Celestine had been acting. Had been acting over time, and that's where she was given the role of Selena. Like, she's the main cast.
Sure, she is. So it means that before you're given a main role in a film or drama, whatever it is, you also have to show what you have. You have to show us what your mama gave you. Can you get on stage and just do something? Can you just record yourself, just trying to act and do those moves, so that people, the world, can really tell who you are and what you can do.
And you see, in this case, they have to see all sides of you, all the emotions. You see,
and that's a challenge, by the way.
I know. Like Celestine, they have to see you making fun. They have to see you getting serious. They have to see your sad face so that they can see this is what we want.
They want to see you take that leading role in family matters, at work, all over the place.
Like, are you flexible enough? Are you consistent, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Are you
in all the roles?
Yeah, are you consistent? Are you serious with your work? Sasa, imagine umeanza content creation, you start posting, and then all of a sudden you're here for 2 days without any excuse, 3 days without updating
people
your
are
fans.
There, yet people are there, they're watching, they really expect to see more and more of you.
Do you know, in that case, you won't even get a director to pick you, because the director will be like, you're not consistent in your work. You disappear amid when we are casting.
Sometimes you just decide to go in the dark. We don't know where you are, so you just decide to give it your best, and everything will be fine. Well, you know about Bridget Shigadi?
Yeah.
And she plays Sophia in Maria. Oh, that lady.
Yeah, most people are conversant with the Maria program.
Sure.
So we have the Bridget. She acts as Sophia. Crazy sometimes.
She's a crazy woman, but I love her.
She's nice sometimes. So
she slays sometimes.
Actually, most of the time.
Okay, fine. But I just love the way she brings out the personality of the particular role she's playing. She believes in herself. When she's on stage, she is so wild, she's crazy, and she's everything. I mean, she's someone you'd want to watch.
Yeah, so, and kuna huyu mwenye alikuwa ananifurahisha, bado ananifurahisha.
Tell me about it.
The other for mother-in-law.
Oh, the original Selena.
Yes, the original Selena. Oh, I really adore that woman. And you see, from her stories, she also has a YouTube channel. So from her stories, from Facebook, from Instagram, you look on her and you realize, wow, this is a woman. She
deserves the recognition.
She has a sense of humor. She can get serious, and she's also a mom.
That's important. By the way.
And she knows how to balance the life, family life, and the
professional life. That is, it's very important, by the way. And as a lady, you really have to know how to balance between family and work, because acting needs a lot of. You need to dedicate a lot of your time to it.
Yeah,
we have Sarah Hassan, who played Tanya in Tahidi High. I really miss watching that, by the way. I really love that. Those episodes in the class with the teachers. They're just awesome.
Okay, you see, all these people, they had challenges at one point
or the other.
Now, by the way, acting sio kazi rahisi.
Wait a minute. Did you just forget about Maria?
Nikose nichekwe.
I mean, she's just still young. She just completed her KCSE in 2018. So she's just a fresh talent in the industry, and she's doing so well.
Wow. Okay. You see, all these people, they have challenges.
Sure.
Wakiingia hapo wakianza, they were facing different challenges. They had their own struggles. So imagine, kama mimi mwenyewe ndio nilikwambia nilikuwa kwaya fulani hapa ya.
No, you didn't tell me about that.
So you can imagine when we were in the choir, hizi za kuimba ndio tuende sijui provincial hizo.
Wait, what kind of choir?
Wait. Do
you ever sing? Come on, okay. I'm not trying to say you didn't.
What was happening is, you make a mess and they tell you, start over. You can start over 20 times. So I'm trying to imagine an entire script one actor or one actress or one cast there makes a mess. And they're like, cut, we are starting from top.
The whole scene must be redone.
So you see, sometimes you feel like it's boring. The challenge there, you feel like it's boring. You can go through an entire scene almost 17 times or until the director feels satisfied.
Because you just have to give the director your best. Otherwise, you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then Violet, sometimes I think switching emotions is the hardest thing. For example, if you're someone who's tears, you know, it's, for me, I think the hardest thing there is all about the tears. Sometimes you're just happy, then all of a sudden, you're supposed to start crying. Or maybe you're acting a scene where you're with friends at a party, everything is just fine, you're dancing, the vibe is so high. Then, all of a sudden, maybe you get a message and
You have to switch, like
you have to start crying, and we should see tears.
switching between those emotions gets hard in theater. Like, I wish you watched, were you watching?
Yeah.
Like the second Selena.
Yeah, that
We
is
have
Selena
Rosette. Rosette, that is Brenda Wairimu. She had to switch between being a psycho, to being the love one, to being the crazy one, being the jealous one, to being the emotional one. You see, so one moment you're happy, the next moment you're psycho, the next moment you're
Sometimes you
sad.
have to be lenient, sometimes you have to be so strong, just mean what you're saying.
So it gets so hard. Sasa unajua wanajiuliza ili walie, do they think of something sad ama wanajiekanga kitungu?
I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But I know these ladies go through a lot just to bring you the best of those programs for you to watch.
I also think that since we are talking about ladies in theater, ladies are always in competition. Always.
True.
So you
know
find
what
that
they say? Kompe ni kompero safi.
So sometimes all of you want to cast as the main role. Nani anataka mboch, nani anataka kuwa hii? Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to appear on screen like
as the main role.
Yeah.
By the way, they always say humble beginnings matter. Sometimes you'll take that role as a maid, but it's just a nice one.
You see those the roles that you're being given, hata kama ni 3 minutes on set na upotee the whole season. It's from that 3 minutes that somebody is going to identify your potential. But you find that women are so competitive when it comes to acting.
Especially when they've been in the field for quite some time.
Alafu ushaiona like hata kwa drama festival, you're acting. Alafu kuna tu dem mwenye, let me say you've been given the main role. Alafu mi niko hapa. So I want to be seen since it's a live audience. I want to outsmart Faiza. I want to look better than her. And my role was that minor role. So nitakuja hapo na fujo. You see, I do crazy things so that the audience can notice me more than Faiza. So it's always a competition, especially when it comes to live audience.
It does, because obviously after the show, the audience will say who their favorite actress was, and that's where all that beef starts. So everyone, when it's your turn to get on stage, just give it your best. Be wild, be that crazy one. Bring out the personality you're supposed to bring out so strongly, because it will help to nurture your talent the more.
So in short, wache kucompete, wacha kujaribu kuchukua role ya mwingine. Play your part.
Sure. When you get on stage, ile time tuko now stage hata kama ni short aje, it's a time to do your best. Everything will just be in place as long as you decide to do so well.
But his stuff yote inataka dedication in the end of it. At the end of it, you need to be dedicated. So in this case, you find that how do these people balance it, like their family or normal life with their career life? Because you see, sometimes they need to cast at night.
That's true.
How do you do? I mean, I wonder how they do it. They need to cast at night. Sometimes they need to cast away from home. Yet you have a family, so that's a challenge for them. Some of them,
you should be ready for that.
And if you have a partner, you should have a partner who understands your career. Jua utaambia mtu unaenda Naivasha for 1 week.
They won't understand. But then that depends on you as an individual. How do you always carry out yourself? What do you always tell the partner? What do you tell your family? Do they believe in you?
Pfizer, when I say when I say going to, the way you carry out yourself, you might be professional, you might be nice, but maybe these people are so attached to you to an extent they don't want to be apart. Away from you.
I
So
think that's fine.
So and that's why I'm saying. It's changing. It needs a lot of dedication.
Deciding to leave your family and go away for that long.
For that duration of time.
Violet, living that double life is very hard. People don't always believe that whatever you do on stage is not the real you. Like the professional life is very different from the personal life.
That reminds me, I was watching Brenda White's interview, and she was asking like what challenge gani ana face sana, and she said that when she walks out there, she's acting so crazy on set.
Sure.
She said any moment she walks out there, people still call her Rosette. Alafu they tell her,
what is not wrong, it's not to call you by that name.
So the wrong part is when these people start telling you, wana kuanga haya. Mbona sasa jaribu kupoison nani? Mbona ulikuwa unajaribu?
I don't want you to love me, I just want you to watch it, and that's all.
Like they literally mistake your acting life and your normal life. They take it as if then it's the same thing. You're the same person. Like it's not acting. That's the real you.
Okay, look at Maria now. See what Sophia is doing. So when someone meets her outside, someone might just be like, hey, so you are the one, eh? By this lady, blah, blah, blah. They start talking. To make matters worse, they start judging you based on what you always do on stage. They don't know that's a different life from your personal life. Because you just, when it comes to theater, acting, and all that stuff, you just have to portray whatever character has been described in that way.
And these people don't even understand that is your bakery. That's where you bake your bread. Huh? That's where you get your bread every day. They don't understand it. So living that double life is so hard.
It's a challenge. So it really requires you to be strong. You as an actress, you just have to be very strong because comments will be thrown. Comments will always be thrown.
And they're always not positive. Some of them. There are some critics who will come and pick you wherever you are.
Sure.
Well, before we head to our conclusion, let me read the comments from Facebook.
Okay.
We have Ian Zil, said is tuned. Sharon Flavian, nice. Ernest, hey, beautiful. The show is well, watching from Nyabohanse.
Thank you.
Dennis Ochieng, good discussion there. And then Smash Key, hey, cute girls, I'm watching from Rongai. Asante sana for keeping it Kafit TV. And remember, we were talking about
ladies in the theater.
Yeah, the Dadaz in Theatre.
On the ladies who act. All the challenges they go through, what it takes. And by the way, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your age. As long as you're focused on what you want, you have to have the talent in you. But if you have the passion to have it, it can be nurtured and done well.
Well, as much as it can be nurtured, you also need to know that some people, there are some people who are so egocentric. Once they know that we are so good in acting, they get so egocentric. Like they want to be the center of everything.
Want to be the center of attention, which is not really bad, but it depends on how you do it, by the way.
Well, there's a comment that has come here. Wellington says, I think the involvement of in the theater is majorly affected by the thinking that there are specific roles in the theater. They fear being diverse. Hiyo ni ukweli sana. Thank you, Wellington. Wanaogopa wanasema kitu naweza act kama mboch, siwezi act kama boss. So when they get switched up, they feel right.
Mama ya mtu mimi.
You see, in these roles, they also say what they wear. Mimi siwezi vaa hiyo, siwezi vaa buibui, siwezi vaa hii.
It doesn't.
So that is a challenge for them. So all in all, if you have the talent in you, or if you are getting nurtured, you need to understand that too much ego is going to kill your talent.
And don't forget that if talent doesn't work hard, then hard work will automatically beat talent.
Well, thank you for keeping it Kafit TV. My name is Violet Amondi.
I'm Faiza Olango.
Until next time, bye.
See you.